Hey everybody, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. This is Sharon with Statuist by Sharon, and I wanted to share something with you. I want to read Psalm 37. I want to read that because it's just been on my heart that there are some people out there who are feeling, a certain kind of way because they feel like they have been mistreated and mishandled by people, whether it's on your job or a friend, family member, whatever the situation is, and you are struggling because you're not having you're not being able to enjoy any closure from it, and you feel like God is letting people just get away with what they've done to you. And I want to assure you that if you leave it in God's hands, He is not letting anyone get away with anything. If you will just trust God, He will show you that He will get people, repay them in ways that you never even would have thought of. If you take things into your own hands, you might be able to do something to hurt someone, but after a while, they'll be able to shake it off. They won't change and they'll just continue treating people the way they've treated you. But when God gets with people, when God repays them for how they have treated you, God gets people in ways where it really counts, in ways that you might not even know to deal with them in that area. God will get people in ways that make them sit down and really think about what they've done. God will get people in ways where they will think twice before they treat people the way that they have treated you. I know this. I've seen it happen repeatedly to people who have been unkind towards me, who have disrespected me, who have mishandled me, mistreated me. And God has avenged me to the point where I have felt tempted to ask God to, don't do anything else because it's been so much. Because God will get people where they need to be gotten, but He will only do it if you stay out of it. Now, if you feel like you can't wait and you've just got to take things into your own hands, then that's all that will happen, is whatever you come up with. But if you just wait and let God take care of things, I promise you, I guarantee that He will take care of those who have done His children wrong, who have mistreated you. But you got to trust Him, trust God to be your avenger. So let's read Psalm 37. This really speaks to that. Years ago, I was struggling on a job that I had, and former co-worker, actually she was a good friend of mine, told me to read Psalm 37, and I read and I couldn't believe how much this spoke to the situation I was going through. And I kept reading it, and sure enough, I saw God start taking matters into His hands and demonstrating to me how He will fulfill His word if you just trust Him and believe. And so I want to read this to give you some encouragement. Again, this is Psalm 37. I'll be looking down because I'm reading out of the Living Bible, which is right in front of me. Okay, here we go. Never envy the wicked. Soon they fade away like grass and disappear. Trust in the Lord instead. Be kind and good to others. Then you will live safely here in the land and prosper, feeding in safety. Be delighted with the Lord. Then He will give you all your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust Him to help you do it, and He will. Your innocence will be clear to everyone. He will vindicate you with the blazing light of justice shining down as from the noonday sun. Rest in the Lord. Wait patiently for Him to act. Don't be envious of evil men who prosper. Stop your anger. Turn off your wrath. Don't fret and worry. It only leads to harm. For the wicked shall be destroyed, but those who trust the Lord shall be given every blessing. Only a little while, and the wicked shall disappear. You will look for them in vain. But all who humble themselves before the Lord shall be given every blessing and shall have wonderful peace. The Lord is laughing at those who plot against the godly, for He knows that judgment day is coming. Evil men take aim to slay the poor. They are ready to butcher those who do right, but their swords will be plunged into their own hearts, and all their weapons will be broken. It is better to have little and be godly than to own an evil man's wealth. For the strength of evil men shall be broken, but the Lord takes care of those he has forgiven. Day by day, the Lord observes the good deeds done by godly men and gives them eternal rewards. He cares for them when times are hard, even in famine, they will have enough. But evil men shall perish. These enemies of God will wither like grass and disappear like smoke. Evil men borrow and cannot pay it back, but the good man returns what he owes with some extra besides. Those blessed by the Lord shall inherit the earth, but those cursed by him shall die. The steps of good men are directed by the Lord. He delights in each step they take. If they fall, it isn't fatal, for the Lord holds them with his hand. I have been young and now I'm old, and in all my years I've never seen the Lord forsake a man who loves him, nor have I seen the children of the godly go hungry. Instead, the godly are able to be generous with their gifts and loans to others, and their children are a blessing. So if you want an eternal home, leave your evil, low down ways and live good lives. For the Lord loves justice and fairness. He will never abandon his people. They will be kept safe forever, but all who love wickedness shall perish. The godly shall be firmly planted in the land and live there forever. The godly man is a good counselor because he is just and fair and knows right from wrong. Evil men spy on the godly, waiting for an excuse to accuse them and then demanding their death. But the Lord will not let these evil men succeed, nor let the godly be condemned when they are brought before the judge. Don't be impatient for the Lord to act. Keep traveling steadily along his pathway, and in due season he will honor you with every blessing, and you will see the wicked destroyed. I myself have seen it happen, a proud and evil man towering like a cedar of Lebanon, but when I looked again, he was gone. I searched but could not find him. But the good man, what a different story. For the good man, the blameless, the upright, the man of peace, he has a wonderful future ahead of him. For him there is a happy ending, but evil men shall be destroyed and their posterity shall be cut off. The Lord saves the godly. He is their salvation and their refuge when trouble comes. Because they trust in him, he helps them and delivers them from the plots of evil men. That is Psalm 37. I read it from the Living Bible, and I hope that you'll take time to read it as well for yourself. And if you are struggling with emotions of just discontent because someone has done you wrong and you're not getting any satisfaction, you feel like they are getting away with it, trust that God sees everything and is not letting anyone get away with anything at all. If you will just trust God to take care of it, he will show you how he is handling this and protect your salvation, all right? In the process, when you see God getting whoever it is who's done you wrong, just remember to be righteous about it. That just means being God's way of doing and being. So be righteous and just ask God to have mercy on them. Just that's your prayer. God, please have mercy on them, because they're going to need God's mercy to get through what God is going to take them through because of what they've done to you. So walk in forgiveness. That doesn't mean that what they did is okay. That just means that you are not holding them in a place of revenge or retaliation. You're placing them in God's hand and you're moving out of God's way so that he will do whatever needs to be done with them. And he'll show you, but you got to trust him, all right? So on that note, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I hope that this meant something to you. Take time to read Psalm 37 for yourself, whatever version of the Bible that you choose to read. Again, I'm reading from the Living Bible, and trust God to be your avenger, all right? I love y'all. If you feel so inclined, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And those who are subscribed, thank you for tuning in again. I'll be back at another time very soon with another word from the Lord. In the meantime, I love y'all. Stay blessed. Bye bye.